Hi, we were looking into some of the ways in which project planning can be more into control, and we are in a position wherein we know on a day to day basis what is going on. So, there were many questions that were asked to me stating that how do you manage your projects? What do you ensure that your projects are always on track, and how do you manage the delay and everything? So, let me brief you on some of the best practices or the benchmarking techniques that we have been using to manage our projects. First and foremost, the most important part for any project is to develop a project schedule. And a project schedule should be in a level wherein you will be also able to manage it to a level wherein for every activity you can quantify. So similarly, what we have to do is that we have to drill down to the quantification level for individual activity level. So if suppose I can say that it is a reinstatement, then I know that in this reinstatement what is the total number of reinstatement packages that is talking about. When I'm talking about internal inspection, I must be knowing which equipment internal inspection. So that is the level of details we must go into so that we know that our project is being managed well. So once you do this, the next step what you need to do is that you go down to a sheet wherein you can quantify the things. So in this what we do is that all the activities mentioned there are getting transformed to a sheet wherein all the activity get linked to the quantity of works, and as we say that upon this total quantity how much has been completed, based on that we get what is the percentage completion, and based on that that links to the overall completion. So in this one thing is very important, that the quantification with your schedule should be accurate and it should be talking to each other. So what we did is that when we come down to the major schedule, first we have to list down what are the main disciplines that we are talking about, and after that we put down the weight factor of each of this. Now how do you put down the weight factor of individual things? One of the most important or the common way that we do it is based on man hours. So in man hours what we do is that what is the amount of man hours required for the particular discipline to work on. So if I say for civil it is about 17% is the total amount of man hours that will be that it will be taking for whole of the project. Similarly for the steel structure it's 2%. Similarly for the mechanical it is 14%. Piping it is 37%. So similarly we have to put down each and everything. Next, when we go down to the discipline level, in the discipline level we should be in a position wherein all the activity it should be having the total quantity. As of now, what is the completion, what is the total earn value. So once all of these gets into place, we are set for stage 1, or when we say that our stage is set, wherein we know that we are managing our project in a way wherein we will be able to know what is the critical thing. So once we are able to track this, the next thing is that we know that upon this which are the activities that is falling on the critical path. And when we know that a particular activity is falling on a critical path, we must be knowing what is the amount of delay that we are anticipating. In this what we use that we can either use some of the tools like Online Tableau or Power BI or Google Data Studio or Oracle BI or whatever. In our case what we did is that we used the analytics tool. This is Online Tableau. So let me go down to the Online Tableau page. Here we go. So here in what we did is that we put down all our things, all our project update and everything onto the Online Tableau. And upon that, when we look into which are the areas that we need to focus into, so let us go down to the pre-commissioning tab. So once I click on the pre-commissioning, from here I am able to see what is the total amount of delay that my quantification of my works is showing me. Now if I say on the line cleaning air, it is showing that 25 has been delayed, and it is showing for the ammonia area, urea area, or the OSBL, so it is showing individual area what is the amount of delay. So anything that is showing in red, it means that it has been delayed against the baseline, and whenever something is delayed against the baseline, we need to focus into. Here one of the major areas that we can look into is the reinstatement. So this is one of the areas we know that it may take a lot of time and we need to focus more into it. So when we go down to the individual areas, then we can look into what are the major things that it is consisting of and in which areas. So here we can see that most of the balance works, it is there on the coded ammonia area. So that is one of the area that we can focus on. So now let's see how we have been doing on this area, means on the day-to-day basis, how much work front availability and how much is the amount of work that has happened. So now on a week-on-week basis, we are able to see this is the progress that we are making. Now when we have a histogram stating that what is the amount of progress we are making, but how does it correlate to our requirement? There must be something in place which will show us, like with respect to this is our graph and where we end. So one of the easiest way that we look into is to first look into to quantify whole of the things into small packages. So we can do it on a week on week basis, stating that on week 1 what is the total progress, on week 2 what is the total progress, and based on that what is the average progress that they have been doing on a week basis, and or we can take it on a weekly basis or monthly basis. So that is the basis. Now what did we do? When we know that this is one of the areas that requires attention, we started to focus on it, stating that let's look at how we are able to match into our required trend. So one of the most important thing, we started with the process of historian. Onto the historian, what we did, we tracked down the progress on the areas as well as overall on a day-to-day basis, and after that we looked into what is the total progress that they have been making it on a per day basis. Then we looked into if this is the progress that they have been making on a per day basis, for the balance completion how much time will it take. So based on that we did a simple mathematical calculation and we say that it will take me more 87 days to complete. Now we look into whether 87 days is acceptable to us. Then we found out no, when we say 87 days, that means it will be delaying 16 days more than our requirement. So in this, what we do, we have to focus in a way wherein our completion date is within 70 days. So how to do it? So the next step is we use the concept of Six Sigma. In Six Sigma, what we do, we track the progress and then we calculate the average mean. The average mean, how to calculate? The average mean is calculated based on the past progress, and after that we also look into what is the manpower allocation that we are looking into, and what is the progress based on the work front that we are looking into. So based on that, what happens is that we look into a trend, stating that this is the trend or the mean that we are looking into, and after that we track the progress on a day-by-day basis. Now when we do the progress tracking on a day-by-day basis, whenever it is matching our mean average, then we show that yes, with respect to our requirement, the project will be completing as per our requirement. And whenever there is a delay in the mean, average mean, then what we do is that we know that this is going to be delayed, and based on this delay, the best possibility, that is the P60 or P90, it will be about 10 days later. So now if we want to bring down this P90 days back to our requirement, so in this what we need to do, we have to put down additional resources in some of the weeks, and by this we will be able to manage our project back to track. So this is what some of the most effective ways wherein you can integrate whole of the process of project schedule with respect to putting down a project historian, putting down a effective work packaging system, as well as including Six Sigma concepts in the projects. Thank you so much.